A great opportunity for him to start. Interesting to see Gordon Tits is not starting the Kiri Ioane and Kurt Baker, who was the captain last week in Paris. So Peter Aki and also Regan Ware will have their opportunities in the All Black Sevens starting lineup.
Your referee for this one is the South African Ben Kraus. New Zealand, 5-time winners of the London Sevens. Carl, you won it in 2001, 2002, 07, 13 and 2014.
It's interesting, back in 01, they used to play day one over at Harlequins at the Stoop, and then we'll come over here on Sunday on day two, because they had the Barbarians playing against England. You could hear the cheers from over there.
Oh, nice to let you play on the main pitch on finals day anyway. Okay, here we go. Augustine Pulu gets us underway in this Pool D match. New Zealand against Brazil. Sonny Bill Williams chasing down that one, but it's gone over the sideline for a Brazil throw-in.
Well, that guy there really has some fond memories of this pitch, I'll tell you that. Twick and Sonny Bill Williams been here in the All Blacks 15 side. It's become so important at kick-off times. No Sam Dixon, so Sonny Bill Williams has really had to take that mantle on him, getting all the ball from kick-off.
Turnover at the line-out. Pulu swings it across to Peter Aki. Here's Ioane. Rico Ioane almost through the Brazilian defence already. He'll set up a ruck, and Tim Mickelson will come the short side. Mickelson trying to get through the tackle of Albuquerque, but he just holds on. Pulu. Sonny Bill Williams. Sonny Bill Williams steps off his right, looks for the offload. But he's brought down well by Martin Schaefer. And a chance here for Pulu. Off to Lewis Ormond, and Ormond, can he get through?
Held up.
Referee Kraus has a look, and it's been held up by Brazil. I think it was Juliano Fiore who was under that in the headgear, the local boy. Good defensive play from him, Carl.
Outstanding defensive play by the forward for Brazil. You can see him here in jersey number 3. Look at the way he keeps Ormond on his back, and that takes great upper body strength to keep Lewis Ormond in that position. See here, Lewis steps off the right, has great body position. There was 3 Brazilians there, but look at that fight there from Fiore. That is brilliant.
Juliano Fiore won a varsity match here for Cambridge University on this field some years ago. Local boy, born in Hammersmith, and here representing Brazil, but another opportunity for New Zealand, and they've won the penalty. Mickelson will go quickly. Here's Sonny Bill. Sonny Bill Williams runs at the Brazilian defence, offloads. And New Zealand are over for their first try. And that is Peter Aki.
Which is brute power here from the New Zealand team, trying to play fast, trying to get the ball in play. And in the end, the defence of New Zealand behind that guy going forward. Sonny Bill Williams has been given the brief to get the ball and go straight, son. And this is what he does here. Mickelson takes it quickly. He has numbers on the outside, but Sonny Bill takes out 2 defenders, and Peter Aki just trailing, gets bounced off. You've got to have...
Conversion is successful, so New Zealand down to a 7-0 lead. Of course, Sonny Bill Williams back on this field, Carl, where he won the Rugby World Cup for New Zealand all not that long ago. Different kind of atmosphere here though today.
Well, just as exciting. I know he's excited about the game of sevens, and what I like about Sonny Bill Williams now, Rupert, is that he's become a sevens player. He's feeling comfortable. He's found his niche.
Restart from New Zealand. It'll come down to Fiore, who's taken in a tackle by Lewis Ormond. And he puts him over the sideline, so good play from Ormond there, and New Zealand with another chance to build pressure from the set piece.
I expect New Zealand to try and get this wide early. They're going to move Sonny Bill Williams into the 4-pack here. Regan Ware will go to the wing, but that is great work from the kick. You can see there's nothing Fiore can do about that. He needs to support players early on it.
Lewis Ormond wins the line out for New Zealand. Across to the try scorer, Aki steps off his right, tries to bump off one, but can't get through, so it's come back to the near side. Here's Ormond. Ormond steps inside Lewis Ormond. He goes to ground. Pulu off to Aki. Aki with a long pass over to Regan Ware, but it's gone forward, says the referee, so chance there missed for the All Black Sevens.
Well, they worked it well there, did New Zealand. Great go forward from Ormond there, Peter Aki. Left the right pass. It was a touch forward, to be fair. Regan Ware would have been under the post, but great defensive pressure from Brazil out wide, forcing Peter Aki into that pass.
Regan Ware, one of the Rookie of the Year nominees for World Rugby. What have you made of his season so far, Carl?
Yeah, I think he's been good, especially defensively. He's been very good on the tackle from Hamilton boys. I think on attack, I wish he'd back himself more because he's a kid that's got extreme pace.
So here come Brazil in their own 22, trying to run it out of the danger area. Here's Duque. That's Moises Duque. He runs into Regan Ware, makes some good yards, this Duque, and flicks it off to his brother, Lucas. Fiore sends it wide. Good play here from Martin Schaefer. Tries the offload, but penalties there at the breakdown has gone to New Zealand.
Okay. Great recognition of the rules here from Sonny Bill Williams. Here's a tackle. He got up. The ruck wasn't formed, so it's still deemed a tackle. He plays the ball. The Brazilian was deemed taken out. The man, you can't do that.
Speed up, mate.
Augustin Pulu, two-time Super Rugby champion with the Chiefs. Gives it off to Ioane. Ioane through? Oh, yes, he is. Rico Ioane. He got 6 tries in Paris last weekend, and he's picked up his first here in London.
Well, he's such a physical specimen as Rico Ioane. He's big around the hips too since he's gone and played with the Blues. And here's a turnover from Sonny Bill. Great technique. Takes him down, takes out the legs. He plays the ball. You see there the Brazilian player not coming from the hindmost. He can't do that. Rico Ioane, as soon as he catches the ball, the defender's on him, but just a little bit of footwork, the skip step, gets on the outside, and he's just too big.
There's been a lot of talk, hasn't there, about the crossover rugby players from 15s, Carl. Is he one of them that's really transitioned well?
Oh, most definitely. I think youth, especially being on the side, but I think his time in the Sevens has led to him being so good and so effective in the Blues, and well, he's just come back and he's skipped a beat.
Yep, works both ways, the pathway. Here's Pulu to get us back underway. New Zealand with a healthy lead, 14 points to 0.
All back. And back
Brazil
on back.
just on the floor trying to get the ball, but Sonny Bill wins it. Here's Pulu once more, the playmaker in midfield. Regan Ware will play scrum half. Gives it off to his captain, Tim Mickelson. Tim Mickelson sees the space, one to beat, and he'll go all the way, Tim Mickelson. The captain is back in the All Black Sevens, and he's back on the score sheet.
Well, this is what has been missing for New Zealand's Sevens team since he hasn't been involved, Tim Mickelson. Just those threatening runs in and around the ruck, and well, defensively you can't rush up and turn your back on Tim Mickelson because he's just too quick for that. He's quite a wiry player, and he will take the gap every single time you give him an opportunity like that.
Yeah, he had so much experience, doesn't he, as you say, Carl? And last week there was that extraordinary stat that New Zealand had the least experience of any core nation at the Paris Sevens. But with Tim Mickelson here playing his 62nd World Series event, it makes that statistic less harsh on the Kiwis.
There he is, 170 tries, all-time leader for New Zealand in that stake, and well done too. It's clocking them up.
There's Carlton Anna there with 113 sneaky tries as well. It's half-time here between New Zealand and Brazil, and the All Black Sevens lead 19-0.
Boys, think clean before you think off.
Just like to apologise for any colourful language you might have heard in the All Black Sevens huddle here. Carl, how do you think Sir Gordon Titchens is feeling at the moment about his New Zealand Sevens team and the resources he has in terms of picking that final 12 looking ahead to Rio?
Well, I'm sure he'd like access to a lot more resources, to be fair, back at home. Rupert, I think he highlighted during the week that he's pretty happy with the season that they've had because they have had a mountain of disruptions where the B3 players coming in and out through the 15-a-side game, or injuries. They've had an injury toll that I have not seen ever. We've got a couple of big guys, such as after the Paris tournament, DJ Forbes going home, Scott Curry still not here, Liam Meston wasn't involved last week, so a lot of big guns sitting on the side, but that guy there I think really has become a leader in the Sevens outfit. Sonny Bill Williams talking to his team, just saying we've got to think clean first, so try and get that clean ruck, clean ball, and then shift it. At the moment I think probably a little bit individualistic for them. They need to get more into a game plan and a game team mode, because against Argentina you're not going to be able to break them one-on-one.
New Zealand with a healthy 3 tries to 0, 19-0 lead over Brazil in this Pool D match. Crowd are filtering in here in this slightly overcast morning in West London. Lots of colour always at the London Sevens. Broke a world record here last year for the biggest ever event crowd at a Sevens event. And here we go with the second half. Lucas Duque gets us back underway, chips it into midfield, and Brazil get up and win that in the air, but it's fallen down into the hands of Regan Ware. Peter Arquette plays scrum half, and Teddy Stanaway looks like he's come out on the field. Here's Sonny Bill Williams. Peter Arquette with a long pass over to Rieko Ioane, try scorer in the first half. Ioane goes to work with the feet. Can he get away? Really good defence there from Brazil to snuff out that chance, and a tackle and turnover from Philippe Sansary. Great work from him, and a chance here for Brazil to launch an attack from their own half. Here's Fiore. And a knock on there at the breakdown, so Brazil will have the scrum feed. Really good defence from the South Americans, Carl.
Oh, most definitely. You can see there Rieko Ioane, I thought he was in for all money, but good sweep in here. They look for inside support. See there, two defenders. He gets caught from behind. And you're right, great turnover. Releases the player, gets the ball. Santeri Felipe on that occasion. Great stuff.
Coach. Fine. Sit.
So we'll reset this scrum just outside the Brazil 22-19-0 New Zealand lead. Brazil had a couple of bright moments last week in Paris, didn't they, Carl? A couple of tries against England, I recall, and they showed if they get enough possession, they do have a few playmakers in this side that can make some things happen.
That's the thing, Rupert, with teams like Brazil, they have guys like on screen with quality. Fiore, Felipe Sanseri, that if you do sleep on them, they can challenge it. They will chase everything all day long. We've already seen a couple of times on defence, been brilliant. Affected a nice turnover just moments before. So if you go to individual, if you're not switched on 100%, they're a team that can threaten.
And here comes a try-scoring threat. Felipe Silva, the number 4, coming off the bench here. Perhaps he can add a bit more pace out wide on the right wing and make something happen for the Olympic hosts. Duque with the free kick to his brother Moises. Back to Lucas Duque. The switch play coming in their side. Defensive work to do here from New Zealand, and it's Lewis Ormond who's up to the challenge. Ioane
Over there.
makes life difficult for them at the breakdown, and Brazil get done for holding on. Here's Sonny Bill Williams. Augustine Pulu just with the stop-go. Holds up the Brazil defence. That's caught out the back, and Sonny Bill with one-handed off the floor gives it up to Rieko Ioane. Ioane back inside to Mickelson. Just goes to the floor, but Mickelson has the ball in his right hand, and he's through a big cap here. Tim Mickelson, the Kiwi captain, has a brace against Brazil.
Well, he's just such a hard worker as Tim Mickelson. You can see he's battling the old game speed as he has a bit of a chuckle. Simon Amor, the English coach. Look at the way Sonny Bill picks his ball up, the big mitt in one hand. He's under duress and just passes it off to Rieko Ioane. Ball bounces fortuitously for Tim Mickelson, but look at him size up the situation again. A couple of lazy tackles. They're very spread on defence, Brazil, and Tim Mickelson gets his double for this match.
And the conversion successful to stretch New Zealand's lead out to 26 points to 0 now. Very comfortable against Brazil. 4 tries to 0, and Sonny Bill Williams earns a well-earned rest.
He's played a lot of minutes the last few tournaments, or last few tournaments to say Sonny Bill. Geez, hasn't he looked since he's come back into this first game. Tim Mickelson.
So, play back underway. Still 3.5 minutes left in this Pool D match, but that one's gone out on the full from Pulu, so it'll be a free kick from Brazil on halfway. And I've just noticed, Carl, the Fiji team have come to warm up behind the posts at the northern end of the ground, and player wearing number 12 that's attracted a bit of attention this week. There he is, none other than Jared Hayne. How much are you looking forward to seeing him today?
Well, great to see him without a helmet on and some pads. Still got some big shoulders, Jared Hayne. He's going to add another element, isn't he?
Here's Silva. Silva switched wings over to the left-hand side here, and Andre Silva now. Back to Albuquerque. Albuquerque and
Low advantage.
pass slightly behind Felipe Silva there, and difficult one to take, and it went to ground.
We can excuse Brazil for making a couple of mistakes. They've had no ball to operate with on attack, so they'll be very tired from all the defence they've been having to make in New Zealand. Interesting to see they're slowing their play down. I thought they would have kept the ball in play and speed it up and try and run the Brazilian team off their feet. They're back their fitness with the New Zealand All Black Sevens team, no doubt about that.
Is it about maybe trying
Line
to
open.
keep the tank full? You know, not overstretch yourselves early on day one?
Yeah, I think there might be an element of that. I think there's a lot of players on now. They haven't had a lot of minutes. Augustine Pulu, Takiti Ioane's on there now.
Ormond wins the line out, but onto it is a
Stop.
Brazilian player, Lucas Miller, but
Open.
unfortunately knocks it on. We saw another shot of Jared Hayne there, Carl. I mean, physically,
Time off.
he's never played rugby union before. He's never played sevens before. How do you think he's going to handle the demands of this game?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? I think he's got the attributes of being a great sevens player, but it's just whether he has time to get his body in sevens shape, and that's the thing that really has stood out for me with the likes of Sonny Bill and Brian Abana for South Africa, Quade Cooper for Australia.
Crouch.
These guys who play sevens week in, week out just operate at a different level of fitness.
Yep, there are 4 different Australian television networks here this weekend, and Jared Hayne is the reason why.
Isn't it exciting to have guys like that to come into our game of sevens and just the excitement that they bring with it? I mean, it's absolutely brilliant, and to become to this champion Fijian team, I reckon that's brilliant.
Augustine Pulu gets it started again for New Zealand. Akira Ioane, older brother of Rico, takes it up to the halfway line. Sends it over to Sione Molia. Molia caught in a tackle, gives it off to Rico Ioane, and Rico is away from the Brazilian defence. And Rico Ioane will run away into the far corner for another try.
Geez, I like to see his running yards in this game, Rico Ioane, because he's made a number of telling breaks. He hit a couple of tries and he scored a double himself. Easy equation, isn't it? Just give it to the guy number 10, one-on-one. See you later, champ. Goes on the outside, and I'm sure he'll do that more times this weekend.
It's only his 10th World Series event, this Rico Ioane, and he's averaging almost 5 tries an event, so just goes to show the sort of impact that he can have. Conversion attempt from out wide, just drifts wide, so it remains 31-0 to New Zealand, 5 tries to 0, and a few more reinforcements coming on now. Gillies Kaka getting a couple of minutes before the end of this one.
Sonny Molia just passing it off. Look at that physical mismatch, one-on-one. Rico Ioane, taller, stronger, faster.
Gillies Kaka with the restart, knocked on by Brazil as the final hooter sounds. And that will do it. New Zealand have started the London Sevens with a big win over Brazil, 31 points to 0.